Today is Monday, August the 16th, and I am back for another Flosstube update. Since it's been about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks since I did a video. I do normally record on Mondays, maybe Tuesdays, but sometimes it just works out where I need to do a video later in the week. But I'm here on my normal day, so Abby is down for a nap. She's actually been down for a little while now, so we'll see if I have the time to do this video. Hopefully I do. I guess if you're seeing it, then I had time. I have a few whips that I've been working on, and well, a few whips that I've worked on. They're gonna get pushed aside for now, and then starting today, then I'll be working on something new. And I do have a little bit of haul as well. And of course, at the end, I will be doing my pick 3 questions. My 3 pick 1 questions. I do want to say that I wanted to go ahead and put this in here because if you're one of the few people that watched my Dollar Tree haul, bless you, just to say. But there was something that I left out that I got at Dollar Tree. Technically, it's 2 things, but you know. I'll go ahead and show those. I did pick up a couple of bibs for Abby. I know this is super interesting, but I did pick up a couple bibs for Abby. She's got an Elmo one like this. It's pink with Elmo on it, and she got it. Well, we got it in a shower type gift, like when she was born. And I never knew where they got it from. But after I washed it, they get really soft. They get really nice, and it's actually one of my favorite bibs because it has a terry cloth backing so that it stays down on her shirt, so it's not like sticking up. But I saw these and the pink Elmo one at Dollar Tree the other day, and I'm like, so that's where they got it at. So I went ahead. Yes, I'm gonna be playing with my hair. So I picked these 2 up. We got Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch. So she has 2 new bibs. I think we're good on bibs for right now because I picked a pack up at Walmart like a couple weeks ago. So I did promise y'all that I was going to fix my hair this time, because last time I really just wasn't in the mood. This is what it looks like now. Yes, I have to straighten it to get it to look like this because it still has perm in it. I don't know what's going on up here because it was supposed to be like this, to where it was like it graduates, whatever you want to call it. But I think the way my hair is kind of broken off right here at the front, it ends up being like I have all this shortness at the front, and then it gets long. It is what it is. I feel like it'll look better when it gets longer, and maybe the curls, once the curls have started to kind of grow out, maybe it'll look better when it gets a little bit longer. So we'll see. In the meantime, I'm just going to try to deal with it as best I can. And yes, I did actually straighten my bangs too. I took a bath last night and washed my hair. So sometimes I take a bath, sometimes I take a shower. Just depends on how I feel. I was like really like, I was not feeling anything yesterday. I did Instacart, and luckily I only needed to make about $65 yesterday to meet my weekly goal that I like to make, which is $200 a week. And I had done it Tuesday, and then Friday when Andy got home from work, and then I did it some Saturday because there was nothing really he could do because we were waiting on a gas can to come. from Amazon, and it kept being pushed back and still hasn't come. But anywho, I did a little bit Saturday, and then I did I only needed to make about $65 yesterday on Instacart, and luckily I started out pretty early, like about 9:30 in the morning, and I was able to make that pretty quick within like 4 orders. So I think I was back home. I could have been home a little after 2:30, but I'd stopped at Family Dollar. I just needed chocolate. I need to go get groceries today when he gets home, and I knew I needed chocolate, but I didn't want to wait. I needed chocolate. If you get it, you get it. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough, and I'm sure y'all are probably ready to see some whips and stitchy stuff. So, where do I start? Tell me that, guys. Where do I start? I don't even think I need this. What is that? Oh yeah, that's Blackbird. What is in this? I always forget what's in my things. Oh. Did I show this last time? Do I need to show it? I think I do need to show it. Oh yeah. I didn't show this because last time I did a video was on a Friday, and I was going to start this new project on that coming Sunday on the 1st. So I did start the Scarlett house, A Changed World. And just for you guys, I do have both of my windows open. So I have both of the windows, I have their curtains open. Because when we got up this morning, it was a little bit rainy. And kind of needed the light. But I think after this video, I think I'm going to end up having to close the curtains again. Just to keep some of the air conditioning in. And keep some of the heat out. So, it's a Scarlett house, A Changed World. Now, I know I said in my video that I had a DMC to do this with. Because she calls for either DMC or a Veriswa. And, you know, the DMC is fine, but I wanted to make it something a little special, but I couldn't exactly spring for the Veriswa, you know what I mean? Not for a project like this. I still have the DMCs. If I should come up a color where I just don't like what I chose. But I did decide to kind of come up with my own color palette. I am still using the DMC in some of these. There's some classic color work, some dinky dyes, Gentle Arts. There's a DMC. Yeah. So I am using my own what do you call it? I'm using my own version of colors. What do you call it? Conversion. That's the word, conversion. And I think I got a pretty good amount done on it. I worked on it, I gave it a week. So, pretty good, decent start on it. And this is what I got. This fabric it's Fox and Rabbit. I know it's a Fox and Rabbit fabric. I'll have to go back and see in my last video. I don't know what I did with the tag, but I'll put it down here. It's a Fox and Rabbit fabric, I know that, and it's a 36 count, I know that. So, this is my progress on it. I know, you just saw it. So, this is how far I got on it. And yes, I did more on this side than I did on when I started on this side. But that's because I worked my way over with it's supposed to be DMC 310, but I am using Raven? Not Raven. What am I using? Huh? Can somebody tell me that? What am I using? It is... Where is it at? Alright now. Oh, there it is. is Gassed Gentle Arts Black Crow. I knew it was something like that. So instead of 310, I am using Gentle Arts Black Crow. So it has a very dark blue hue to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but so I just thought the 310 was a little harsh. You know what I mean? So that's how far I got on it. What it is, I started on this side, did all that, then worked my way on the border over to this side. Of course, I had to move the Q-snap. And so then I did the flower and this border down here while it was on the Q-snap. And since it was already there, I went ahead and filled in that flower. So there's one of these flowers on each corner. So that is how far I got on it. Still got a little bit of ways to go. There's actually going to be extra room down here at the bottom. But I felt like it was pointless to try to cut it. There was only going to be an extra like 4 or 6 inches. And that was if I moved my start point up to like 3 inches from the top. And if I've got extra room, I'm going to use that extra room. Especially when you're starting it, it's good to have that extra room to accommodate for the Q-snap or the scroll rod or whatever it is you're using it on. So that was my start on August 1st. And so after that, I had to decide what to pull out. And so I pulled, what is this? Oh, God. I'm just so scattered today, y'all. So after that, I decided to pull out if I can get it out. Yes, I have a whole magazine in here. I guess I could turn to the actual thing. This is called Reach for the Stars. This is in the World of Cross Stitching. I don't even know what issue this is. Maybe 76, I don't know. But this was mailed to me, so it's got this sticker on it. I don't know what issue this is, but it looks like this. It's the design is on the cover. And this is actually the same issue that pattern is in, which I also started. I started both of these in March. So started that, and obviously I'm stitching it for my daughter because I think it's cute and it'd be good motivation if I can get it done. And I am using the DMC on this one. This one I am keeping pretty simple. DMC, and I'm just stitching it on white 16 count Aida, which I think might have been the actual recommended. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looked like when I started it that day. And you're going to notice a big difference. Let me get this. This is what it looks like now. Yeah, I got so much done on it, y'all. I would say I got a scarf finish, but there's still the darkest pink in there too. So this is only 2 shades of pink, y'all. Yes, there's 2 shades of pink in here. Can you tell? Can you tell? Because I can barely tell. But there are 2 shades of pink in there. And that always bugs me. When I have to work with 2 shades of a color that are near identical and you can't tell one from the other, it makes stitching very difficult to keep up with. So that is where he's at right now. So I had fun working on this. I did. But I wanted to try to keep it to just a week, so worked on that. Oh, come on. This is the behind the scenes stuff you don't see with these cheaper project bags. So I worked on that for a week, and then I finished up on that on Thursday, this past Thursday, right? Because I worked on the Changed World from the 1st to about the 7th. Or maybe the 8th. I think I worked on it until the 8th. Which was that Sunday. And then I gave Reach for the Stars 4 days. Because I'm kind of doing an arbitrary August. And I am going to be picking out whatever it is that I feel like working on, and I'm going to give it either 3 or 4 days depending on the project, or depending on how I feel about it. So that got 4 days, just because I had fun with it, and it was a new start, and I wanted to get a little bit more done on it as much as possible. And then on Friday the 13th, I pulled out, I'm not going to take this out of the plastic, but everybody knows this pattern, I'm pretty sure. It's Glendon Place Sleepy Hollow. Pulled that out for the dark 13 stitching. If I can find it, I'll insert a picture of where it was at last time. If not, there's not going to be anything super duper miraculous about what I got stitched. So this is where it's at right now. I had this top part of the tail done, and I was working like over here on this part, and I finished off the black in the tail. So that's all of the black that's in the tail. There are other colors, other grays and stuff, but I finished off the black. So yeah, this is one of those projects, like, I can't work on it. For some reason, I just don't work on it very long at any given time. I am noticing I'm starting to kind of steer away from Picture This Plus. This is the called for fabric, which is Haunted. It's about like that. It's, yeah. And it's a 28 count linen in Haunted by Picture This Plus. I am starting to get away from Picture This Plus. It's good in the way that it's thick. Especially if you're working on a pattern that has a lot of spacing, or if you need to carry something, like lettering or whatever, it's good for hiding that. But one thing I've noticed about Picture This Plus, and somebody can feel free to chime in if you've had this issue or if it's just me, but I found Picture This Plus, especially their linen, to be fuzzy. Like, I'll be stitching, especially on black. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I just get so much of this fuzzy fiber from the fabric on my stitching, and that's why it goes so slow. That's why this project goes so slow for me, is because I'm constantly pulling out fuzzies and just the fibers and stuff from the fabric. And it drives me mad. That's why I can't work on it very long at one time, because I spend half the time pulling out fibers from my stitching. So I'm starting to get away from Picture This Plus. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I've found other dyers that I like a lot better. So, it was my beginning. I was in the Picture This Plus as a newer stitcher because I liked it. I liked their colors. I like stitching on it. I mean, the actual process of stitching is fine, but it's just I don't like how it does, how you get the fuzzy fibers and stuff on it. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe you can. It's just a pain to deal with. So, anywho, that's where he's at right now. So, I did leave him on the Q-snap to make it easier to show you guys, but I'm going to take him off. But that is what I've worked on this week. Well, sorry. That's what I worked on these last couple of weeks. I did put my name in to take part in another weekly challenge in the Daily 30 group. Why? I don't know. Because it's not like I was very successful last time. But I put my name in to take part in the, I think it's State Fair week or something like that. This is the whole fabric. So, but I actually have not even picked out what projects I'm going to be using for each prompt. So, probably should do that, shouldn't I? At some point between the time I end this video and the time that I pull this thing out again, I'm going to move this to another, like a regular zippered envelope, like one of these. So believe it or not, that's all I worked on this week. Sorry, that's all I've worked on these last couple of weeks. Y'all, I can't even believe I forgot to show y'all this. So I'm buttoning here because I didn't want to record this whole freaking video again. I did work on my Blackbird designs. Winter has passed on the weekend of the 7th and 8th. So I worked on that. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a whole lot done because I just didn't have the time. If I find it, I'll insert a picture, you know how I do. So, I need to, this fabric is a little see-through, so I have to kind of put it on something. Yeah. So this is where it's at right now. Wasn't able to get a whole lot done. I think I got that flower stem in, this ain't working. I was able to get that flower stem, like that flower stem right there, and then these next two sections of the border done. So that flower stem, because I think I had all this done up to here, and then I had the line, but then I didn't have the flower stem. So I did the flower stem, and then did these next two, like all of that. So, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot done. Didn't have a whole lot of time to work on it that weekend. So, that's where it's officially at right now. So, anyway, this is a 36 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works, and I'm doing 1/2 with the called for dyed floss. So, yeah. So, anyway, just had to butt in here and put that in because I can't believe I forgot to show it. So, that will get pulled out again in September, the first weekend in September, like it does every month for the Blackbird Designs Weekend Sal, which was started by Brenda and Laura, Brenda and the Serial Starter. So, yeah, so that's it. Back to your regularly scheduled video. No, I actually have not worked any on Sweet Dreams So that's why you're not seeing it this time, because I have not worked on it. Put you down here. I am going to use it for the prompt in the Daily 30 Challenge that I signed up for 30 minutes a day for at least for 5 days on a project. I'm going to use that for that, and I need to do that this week. Today's Monday, and the last day to get your progress on that done to achieve all 5 days is Friday. So I need to work on it today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and have it submitted by Friday. And I've actually been thinking about making Sweet Dreams my ongoing Daily 30 project. That way, at least if I don't get any other stitching in during the day, I can get at least 30 minutes a day on her. And then I don't feel so bad about letting her just kind of sit there and languish. Because I really do want to keep working on her. I really do love her so much. And the fabric is a big help, y'all. Fabric makes all the difference. So, that's all I've worked on. And so I guess the only thing I have left to show you is haul. So I'm just gonna I have like a little mini stack over here. I'm just gonna kind of show you as I go. I did get my July fabric from Brandy at Stitch Me, and I'll take it out since I don't store my fabric in the plastic anymore. This is a July Neutral Club from Stitch Me. This is a 40 count linen in scroll. I can open it up for you guys here. Another lovely neutral from Brandy. So that will be good for another start on another time. So got that. Sorry. And I also got, I feel like I'm missing something over here. Maybe not. I also got this from Listia. This was actually used to be a kit. I'm assuming this came when it was first sold. It was sold as a kit, the fabric and floss and everything. So I got what was left. And I'm going to take this out because the plastic's kind of. This is the Scarlett letter. Is called N. Hind 1778. I'm thinking it's Hind 1778. Miniature red work sampler. And to show you how miniature it is, they actually have this. This is the silk that came. It doesn't even feel like silk. It feels like a rayon. So I don't know what this is. This was the silk that was left. This is the silk that I received. And it doesn't feel like silk. It feels like a rayon or something. Like a cheap floss. So that's probably actually going to end up getting thrown in the trash. Because I doubt I'll use it. But to show you how miniature this is, that is apparent. I'm assuming this is the floss that came with the kit, and I do have the fabric that came with the kit. And this is a 35 count. It just says 35 count hand dyed linen, cut with significant allowance for margins on all 4 sides. And they want you to stitch this over 1 on the 35 count. So this is how big the piece of fabric is. This is how big the fabric is. So I don't think I'm going to be stitching it on that. I may set it aside. Obviously, I'm going to take the needle out of it. But I'm going to set this aside maybe for an ornament or something. I'm going to have to make a note that it's a 35 count. But I don't think I'm going to be stitching this sampler on this fabric. I don't know. It's nice and everything. We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But if I do, I'm going to be picking out a different floss for it. So I'm just going to keep all that together for now. I don't know if I mentioned, I got this from Listia. So it finally came in. I got it I won it like several weeks ago, but it came in a week or so ago. And then finally, I got a thing that, this was a set of patterns that I had seen on Pinterest years ago. And I didn't realize it was a kit. But I had it saved. I have been looking for years, for at least 3 years, for one of these sets of patterns to come up. I had it saved as search on eBay, under a couple of different wordings, and the right thing never came up. There would always be some kind of suggestion that would come up that would be something else completely, and it was never the right thing. And so I kept waiting and waiting, and then finally, week before last, actually I think it was on the same day that I recorded my last update. It might have been that day, or it might have been the next day, but I got a notification that there was another match for my search for this particular pattern. It was a kit. It's a kit. I might as well go ahead and tell you that. And I clicked on it. I was like, okay, what's going to come up this time? I clicked on it, and it was the right thing. It was the right pattern. It was the right thing that I had been looking for, and I was so happy. I didn't care how much it was. I clicked buy now. And I did notice that it was coming from the Hirschner's. Apparently Hirschner's has an eBay store. But it was coming from a Hirschner's seller. It listed as Hirschner's. And it's $29.99. I'm going to tell you that. So I picked it up immediately. And I was a little surprised when it came, because that's when I realized that it was a kit. But I picked up, this is called Jolly Mini Ornaments by Hirschner's. Aren't those so cute? These are so cute. I immediately, like, fell in love with these when I first saw them like 3-4 years ago. So, and of course, they were like extremely hard to find. Like, I saved my search and nothing was ever coming up. Like, these were unbelievably hard to find. It must have been out of print until recently. But I got this, and y'all, they even give you, now this is Craftway's floss. This is Craftway's floss, but I'm sure that I can somehow find a DMC alternative, or maybe I'll use the Craftway's floss. I don't know. And then it looks like they also give you a project card for these. And not only do they have the fabric in here, this is the fabric on top right here. They give you 5 pieces of felt. Like 5 pieces? Maybe 4 pieces. They give you felt for finishing. So that's cool. So that's really cool. Let's see. Counted cross stitch kit includes white 100% cotton 14 count Ada cloth, cotton floss, tapestry needle, floss organizer, felt for backing, easy to follow chart, and stitching and finishing instructions. So yeah, I was so happy to get this, y'all. And even if you go to the Hershner's website, it's still the same price. It's still $29.99 for the kit. But like I said, you get all this. You get all of these ornaments. You get floss, fabric for all of them, and the white felt for the backing, and a needle. I mean, so, but you get all of that for $29.99. So definitely. I'm assuming maybe they just recently came back in print. So happy to get that, y'all. I was like over the moon. I was like, yee! So that is all of my haul for this week. I don't really have much to talk about as far as life stuff. Abby's, she started teething, and she's not really like extra whiny, but there are days when she takes short naps, like an hour at a time, and then she'll only stay up for an hour and a half, and then she'll be ready to go back down. But then there will be other days where she'll take 2, 3, even a 4-hour nap, and then she'll stay up about 2.5 hours between each one. So it comes and goes, and we're kind of past the screaming at night for the most part. Still trying to get her to get back to sleeping through the night without waking up. Sometimes she wakes up and she's awake. You know, I want to get up and play. So it's nights like that where I get up, and, you know, and it's 2 or 3 in the morning, like last night, and I get up and I have to feed her, and then I'll let her stay up for an hour and a half or something, and then we gotta go back to bed because Mama wants to go back to bed. And then other nights where she'll sleep in her crib, and there's been a couple of nights, there's been 1 or 2 nights these last couple of weeks where she went to sleep. I mean, it might have been kind of late. I think 11 or 12 o'clock when she finally went down for like a good long stretch. And then she woke up when Andy was getting up and getting ready for work. And I was able to get her up out of the crib and bring her in the bed with me. And we went back to sleep for another, 4 hours. So some nights she's easier to stay asleep, and then some nights I have to actually get up with her and, you know, feed her, give her something to eat, and let her stay up for a little bit, and then she'll go back down for another 3, 4, 5 hours. So, but at least we are getting past the screaming when you put her down at night. So, and I kind of gave up on the nightly baths because it just didn't seem to be doing anything. Like, it wasn't really helping. It helped, I think, for that first night. And after that, it was like, I would give her a bath and she'd still scream her head off for 2 hours. So, kind of gave up on that. But she still gets a bath every few days. But just the nightly routine wasn't working. It wasn't doing anything. So, what else? Nothing else really going on. Oh yeah, she has pulled up on her feet a couple of times. The first time I noticed it, first time she did it, At least for me, with me there. And she had gotten up from a nap, and I went in there to get her, but I wanted to use the restroom first. And her crib is actually right there next to the bathroom door. I know it sounds bad. It's a really small bedroom. Her crib is actually right there next to the bathroom door. And so I can sit on the toilet and like peek around the door frame, and she's right there. And so I was sitting there, and I was just doing my thing, and she was in her crib, playing with whatever's in her crib. And so I'm sitting there, and I kind of peek around the door frame there, and she's up on her feet, and she's holding on to the spindles of the crib, the bars of the crib, and she's standing up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're on your feet. So she kind of plopped back down after that, and I went back to doing what I was doing. I don't know. I don't even know what I was doing, like on my phone or something. But I went back to doing what I was doing, and for another couple minutes, and I peeked back around, and she was on her feet again. So I think it's easier for her in her crib because she can hold on to the bars. She's only done it maybe once or twice in her playpen because she doesn't have anything to hold on to, like in the middle of the plate. It's like the wall right there. She has to kind of reach up, and when she can get up on her knees and then reach up and kind of get a hold to the top edge of the playpen and pull up, but I think it's harder because it has such a soft bottom. I don't know. But Andy said she's stood up for him a couple of times too. So she's probably only done it a handful of times so far. But it's a process, and we're still trying to figure out how to eat foods with chunks in them. That's still a thing, and still trying to get the hang of the sippy cup transition bottle thing that I've got for her. So that's still a thing. I mean, her progress isn't super fast. She's a little bit on the slower side of her development. Not that she's slow in her development, but she's kind of developing at the later end of when things normally happen for babies. So, like I said, she just started teething a week or so ago. She just started teething, and she's got the cutest little two bottom teeth. So we're making progress slowly but surely. So it gets kind of frustrating too, because I'm ready for her to be able to eat normal foods. Like I've given her mashed potatoes. Like there's like the microwavable cups of regular mashed potatoes, and I can get her to eat some of those, but I have to water it down a little bit more than what the directions have you fix it as. So, and then I tried the stage 3 baby food that has like the little bits of chunks in it, and she gets a little bit choked on it. So I don't want to push that too much right now until she can start, the kind of chewing motion with her gums. I don't want to push it too much. I want to kind of slowly work into it. So, but yeah, we're getting along. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's nothing else that I can think of right now. So, I guess I will do my pick one questions. Got my book here. I am picking these out of the 3,000 Pick One questions. This is by Piccadilly, is the name of the company. Every week, I just randomly turn to a page, and whatever my eye lands on, that's the question that I ask, and that's the question that I answer. And I do that for 3 questions. In case you're new here, that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Dr. Seuss or R.L. Stine? I'm gonna have to go with R.L. Stine. Because, I don't know. I was never a fan of Dr. Seuss. Like, I was never, like, big on Dr. Seuss or anything. But I loved me some R.L. Stine when I was a teenager. So we're gonna go with R.L. Stine. Have y'all seen those new, it's a trilogy of movies on Netflix for Fear Street? I saw the first one, and it's definitely like they took a teen novel plot and tried to make it a horror movie. They're still good, but it's definitely like, you can definitely tell it's like a teen plot point. So yeah. What else am I going to answer here? I'm not answering that one because I don't even know what those are. Live band or DJ? Depends. If the live band is any good, if they're an actual like an actual performing band, then I would rather have the real thing. But if it's just like a cover band or something, just give me the DJ. So we're gonna go with DJ. And let's see, let's get back over here. Silence is golden or the golden rule? I don't see how these two things are any similar or different, how it's even the same type of thing. Because silence is golden is you don't speak. You know, just be quiet. The golden rule is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So I don't see, I'm being honest, I don't see how these two things are even related. They're not. I guess they're just doing it for the word golden. But I guess if we're having to choose between two things with the word golden in it, I guess I'm going to choose the golden rule. Because, well, I do like my silence. I'm a big proponent of treating others as you would want them to treat you, which is, when I do Instacart, I'm guilty of that. Like, I pick out the items that I would want someone to pick out for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Where did I see that at? There it is. We'll say golden rule. All right. So that was my 3. Hope you had fun. And yeah, this video is a little bit on the shorter side from what my videos normally end up being. So we're gonna call that a win. And I don't know yet what I'm gonna pull out next. Part of me, I have things in my head that I think I want to pull out. Some newer things, some older things. I'm thinking the next thing I want to work on, it might be Coffee Quaker. We'll see. But I need to kind of figure out what I'm going to be working on to go along with this Daily 30 challenge. So I'll have to see what I can match up there. And I guess you'll see what I choose in my next update. So, yeah. So that's going to be it for me. I am promptly going to throw my hair back in a headband or something, because I'm not going out and doing anything today, so I have no reason for my hair to be down, you know. So that's it for me for today, and until I see you guys again next time, be good. Bye, guys.